Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amy. I am a mum of 2 boys and really happen to love books. So if you'd like to see more from me on my cosy little corner of the internet, then please consider subscribing. It would be amazing to have you here. I have been waiting to do this video for so long, you guys. We have finally got a book haul. So I'm just going to go and count how many books I actually have. Got 35 books, a fair amount of them. I'd say about half of them are series, and they're quite big series, but I'm still going to count them anyways. So I'm going to count this as a Christmas book haul because a fair amount of these I did get for Christmas. A couple of them I got as early Christmas presents to myself. Some of them I got from my mum and dad, some of them I got from Tom, and some of them I got for myself. So without further ado, shall we jump into this book haul because I cannot wait to get these books on my shelves now. So my mum and dad very kindly got me the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J Maas. So I now have every completed series by Sarah J Maas on my bookshelves. So I've got ACOTAR and Crescent City up there, and I now have Throne of Glass to join it. I just don't know which order to read them in. If you have a specific order that you think I should read these in, then please let me know in the comments. But I was gobsmacked when I opened these because I've been after this series for so long, and I'm so excited to finally get it on my bookshelf. Next is the first book in a duology, and the second book comes out later this year, and I have mentioned that in my most anticipated releases video. I'll put that up there if you would like to watch it. But it is The Crimson Moth by Kristen Ciccarelli. I've heard so many good things about The Crimson Moth, or if you are in the US, it's called Heartless Hunter. I'm not sure why the name was changed, but yeah, this is an enemies to lovers witch and witch hunter romance. Very, very excited, and I love the cover of this. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and I will definitely be pre-ordering Rebel Witch very, very soon. But yeah, I'm super excited for this. Next is a book I have no idea what it's about. I got this off my brother and sister-in-law for Christmas, and it is called Priest, and it is by Matthew Corville. Now this is self-published, this isn't under a publisher. For centuries the people of Aldgum Keep relied on the Knights of the Green Order to protect them from the horrors of the Haunted Wood. Now as before, a monstrous army marches on their small town, but this time the Green Order is nowhere to be found. The bishop sends the priest Hedon into the wood to find out why. Arriving at their secret priory, Hedon discovers their commander is dead, the remaining knights paralysed with despair. They will not act, they will not tell him what happened, and with each hour the monstrous army gets closer to Aldgum Keep. Thousands will die if the priest fails. When the knights start dying one by one, Hedon must race to unravel the conspiracy of silence and save the knights from themselves so they can save the people they were sworn to guard. Oh, that sounds good. So I'm pretty sure that there are more books in this series, but this sounds amazing. So I really hope that if I enjoy this, it gets picked up by a publisher, because just by the synopsis on the back, it sounds so good. So these two aren't part of a series, but I am going to do them together. So one of these I was looking for months, and I found this when I went book shopping with my best friend Emma in Cambridge, and I saw it on a bookshelf and I thought, this is going to be my Christmas present to myself. So we have got Slewfoot by Brom, and then my husband bought me Lost Gods by Brom. I've been wanting to read Brom for so long, and what I love about Brom books is there is artwork on every single chapter head, which is both harrowing and gorgeous. So, and in the middle, I'll see if I can find it, yeah, there are colour images as well, which is absolutely gorgeous. So that's the one for Slewfoot, and then just the artwork on Lost Gods alone is absolutely stunning. Yeah, harrowing, yeah, absolutely gorgeous. And I think, yeah, so if Brom does the artwork as well, it doesn't look like he has another artist doing it, so I'm pretty sure that he does the artwork as well, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. So I know that Slewfoot is about witchcraft in New colonial England, and we follow Abatha, who is a widow, and how she's treated differently, and her only solace is in a demon called Slewfoot. which is in the woods around this little town. Lost Gods, I have no idea what this is about. Fresh out of jail and eager to start a new life, Chet Moran and his pregnant wife Trish leave town to begin again, but an ancient evil is looming, and what seems like a safe haven may not be all it appears. I cannot talk today. Snared and murdered by a vile arcane horror, Chet quickly learns that pain and death are not unique to the living. Now the lives and very souls of his wife and unborn child are at stake. To save them, he must journey into the bowels of purgatory in search of a sacred key promised to restore the natural order of life and death. Alone, confused and damned, Chet steels himself against the unfathomable terrors awaiting him as he descends into death's Stygian blackness. Wow, that sounds horrifying, but I cannot wait to read it. I am so excited for this. It looks, oh my god, words cannot describe how excited I am to get into the works of Brom. I need to do this soon. So this next book is actually a book that my mum read, but she has finished it, so she gave it to me, so this wasn't bought for me or anything like that, but it is The Silence of the Girls by Pat Barker. Now this is a trilogy, but I think they are stand-alones. I think they are interconnected stand-alones. But I think this is a retelling, yes, a reimagining of the Iliad, retold from the perspective of Trojan women captured by the Greeks. So I have a feeling this is going to be a very woman power, feminist based book. My mum said that she enjoyed it, it just seemed a bit samey, but I am very willing to give a new book a try. So that is a book that was given to me by my mum. This next one is the third book in a trilogy, and it is Skyshade by Alex Aster. Now I say third book in a trilogy, I'm pretty sure Alex Aster has just signed on to write 2 more books in the Lightlark saga, so I believe it's going to be 5 books, not 3. I have not read Lightlark yet, but I just really wanted to have the completed series, and when I saw this in my Waterstones when I was doing some shopping, because in our local Next we also have a Waterstones, and I saw this on the shelf and I snatched it up immediately. So I don't know much about what this is about because I haven't read the Lightlark or Nightbane books yet, so waiting and seeing for that one. So these 2 books I am going to do together because they are kind of part of the same series. So the first one I bought for myself again when I was in Cambridge with my best friend Emma, and I saw this in the Waterstones and I had to pick it up. So I got 6 Scorched Roses by Carissa Broadbent. So this is a Crowns of Nyaxia novella. I haven't read any of the Crowns of Nyaxia novels yet. And then a couple of days ago, A Songbird and a Heart of Stone came up on my doorstep. So I now have all the books so far. I know that another one has just been announced as well, which I'm super excited for. But I really need to get another bookshelf soon, guys. This is getting to be a bit of a problem. I do have another bookshelf here, but the problem is it doesn't match. So yeah, I'm in that kind of predicament. So yeah, we've got 6 Scorched Roses and The Songbird and the Heart of Stone to add to my bookshelves. This short little novella I have actually read already. So this was in one of my October reading vlogs about reading short horror, and it is Graveyard Shift by M.L. Rio. I didn't enjoy this as much as I thought I would, but I'm still going to keep it on my bookshelves because it is very cute and very tiny. Yeah, I might reread it and see if it is a bit better upon reread, but that is definitely more for the autumn Halloween time. But yeah, this is kind of like a mini horror novella. I wouldn't say it's full-blown horror, I would say it's more of a mystery thriller with a bit of sci-fi mixed in. But yeah, didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would, but I might reread it next year. So that is Graveyard Shift. So Tom bought me this book. He actually bought me the first book for my birthday, I think, last year. And that was A Fellowship of Bakers and Magic. So for Christmas this year he got me book 2, which is A Fellowship of Librarians and Dragons by J. Penner, and this is book 2 in the Dennard series. I really enjoyed A Fellowship of Bakers and Magic. So these are very similar to the Mead Mishap series. There's no spice in these as far as I'm aware. There was no spice in book 1. There could be spice in this one, I'm not sure. But but this is a very similar premise, cozy fantasy vibes, and I'm very, very excited to read it. Tom also got me this one for Christmas as well, and I did mention the sequel to this in my most anticipated releases. Now, I was originally going to get a special edition of this, but I've got the standard edition of this. I will probably just get the second book in standard edition as well, and it is Faebound by Saara Arafi. I've been wanting to read this for so long. Every time I've gone into a Waterstones and seen it, I've kind of like gone back and forward whether to get it and then never got it, so I'm glad to finally have this on my bookshelves. So on the back it says, divided by blood, imprisoned by fate, bound by desire, welcome to the intoxicating world of the Fae. And I love all the gold foiling and everything. I think it is absolutely gorgeous, and I love the look of Cursebound as well, which is the second book, so very excited to have this on my bookshelves now. We are down to the last 3 singular books, and then the biggest series I will go through last. The next little paperback I got was The Whispering Night by Susan Dennard. Now, this is the 3rd book in the Luminary series, which I really want to reread. I haven't read book 2 yet, so I really want to reread book 1, which was one of my best books of 2024. I loved it so much, so I'm hoping that those good vibes can continue through the rest of the series, and I hope that the Luminaries isn't just a one-hit wonder. And I loved like all the foiling and the little animal skeletons that are on every single page. I love the covers so much, and I really hope that I enjoy these just as much as the first book. Okay, so these last 2 singular books I am actually going to do together. So I have pre-ordered the 3rd book in this series in the Waterstone special edition with the sprayed edges. I only have the standard editions of the first 2, so I thought they've got a match. So I bought the special editions of Godkiller and Sunbringer by Hannah Kana. I have the standard editions up there, but I will be doing an unhaul video and that will be included in it now. I have these special editions. I have read Godkiller, I have not read Sunbringer, and I probably won't until Faithbreaker is in my hands and I can read them all one after the other. But these are the sprayed edges for Godkiller. How gorgeous are these? And these are the sprayed edges for Sunbringer, which are just as gorgeous if you ask me. Well, the Godkiller series, or the Fallen Gods trilogy, is a very epic fantasy novel with found family, action, adventure. It's got so many different things in it. Found family is the biggest theme through Godkiller, and I really hope that continues into books 2 and 3. So Faithbreaker will be coming out on sometime in March, but I am so excited to finally put these on display on my bookshelves. Okay, you guys, we are down to the last big series. Now, I've only got the first book and the last book because this is such a big stack that I didn't want to carry all of this over, but this series might be very, very nostalgic for some. And I remember having these books in hardback as a kid, and they are actually quite expensive now. So I decided to just go with the paperbacks, and I got A Series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket. So I got books 1 through 13, so we've got the bad beginning and then the end. So if you have not heard of A Series of Unfortunate Events before, we follow the Baudelaire children, Violet, Klaus and Sonny. Their parents have died in a fire, leaving them orphaned, but then a very mysterious Count Olaf comes forward and says that he is their long lost relative. He's not, he just wants his grubby hands on their inheritance money. So through all 13 of these books, this is them trying to get away from Count Olaf, and Count Olaf always seeming to be 2-3 steps ahead in trying to capture them and take them away, basically. So yeah, this is going to be very, very nostalgic for me. I think even the letters on the back to the reader saying how depressing these books are was very nostalgic to read. Yeah, I think I will fly through these very, very quickly because the writing is, the text is quite big as well, and the first book is only 160 pages, so we've got a little novella for the first book. So I think once I get into the swing of it, I won't want to stop and I want to find out what happens. So yeah, we've got A Series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket. Okay, you guys, so that was my big Christmas book haul. I'm very excited to get these books on my shelves, but I don't know if I have enough room, so we might have to solve that issue sooner rather than later. But yeah, I hope that you guys have really enjoyed this video. I would love to hear what you guys got for Christmas. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Please subscribe if you would like to see more from my channel, and I will see you very soon in the next one. Bye!